Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your frustrated host, me. The NFL has a problem, and it's probably the problem that infuriates me the most with the NFL. It's one that I have thought about for years and have actually considered making a video about long before now. The video was going to be titled How to Fix the NFL. And it was going to come down to this very simple principle that we saw last night, late in the game between the Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. And, it's time. It's time that I finally air this. And I'm not alone. In fact, I think most of you will agree with with what I'm about to present to you. But I'm concerned. I'm concerned for the NFL as a league. I'm concerned for the players. I'm concerned for the teams. And this is all about fairness, guys. It makes no sense to me that a league with this much pull, with this much influence, with this much money will sit by idly and let themselves be victims of human error when it can be easily fixed. So obviously I'm talking about last night's face mask no call with Sam Darnold. Very quickly, I need to state, if you can't tell, guys, I don't have allegiance in this game. I don't have bias in this game. You could say, well, technically, you probably wanted the Vikings to win since the Rams are in the Seahawks division. Maybe, okay? But by and large, I want the games to be played fairly and to be called fairly, and that is where my allegiance lies. So if you don't know what happened, let's watch it real quick, and then I'm going to break it all down. I'm going to walk through exactly why I find this so egregious and why it's completely asinine that we, okay, the governing bodies of the NFL, whoever you want to call the people who have power, right? The fans have power, sure, but the governing bodies, what we can do to fix this. All right, so let's take a look at what happened in case you haven't seen it, and we'll talk through it.
From Fish takes the tackle. Young works through and
okay. Ref right there doesn't see anything. On the replay, we see a very...
Yeah, he got that face mask. He sure did. Yep.
Okay, Justin Jefferson is upset. Now, here's the thing. Two things, okay? They are down 8 points. They do have 95 yards to go. There is 1 minute and 46 seconds left. I understand that this play did not cost the Vikings the game. I'm not going to sit here and say the Vikings lost because of this missed call, because that is illogical. But what I'm saying is the Vikings did not have a chance to win because of this missed call. So a couple of things. You hear very clearly Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels discussing within seconds of this occurring that it was missed. That's the first thing. Before the next play can even take place, which would have been a punt because this resulted in a safety, we have people not on the field who are sitting up in a box saying this was missed. We have them telephoning or getting on the horn with New York, with the heads of officiating saying, yeah, they missed this one. And we're just letting the game go on. Guys, stop for a second. What sense does that make? Why are we fans paying hundreds of dollars to go to these games? Why are we paying for Sunday tickets? Why are we putting our money, our time, and attention into something where the people can say very plainly, yeah, we made a mistake. We missed it, but we can't do anything. The heck you can't do anything. All right, and I get it. The legislation, the rules right now do not allow the NFL to go back and fix this. Why? Why? Okay, it's time. And I get it. There was a time when the challenge flag meant that a ref had to actually walk to a piece of equipment and go through the play to see what occurred because they didn't have the technology to communicate with people who were sitting at the pieces of equipment looking at the calls. It's 2024. All right, we're there. We have New York. We have a group of people sitting behind countless monitors, countless screens, watching replay after replay. And the referees are in their ear. There is a one-way communication during these games. I don't know if you guys know that. Referees can talk to New York. Okay, and we'll get there. Okay, let me go in order. Okay, because as you can see, I'm pretty passionate about this. I want you to watch something first of all, very specifically in this. Watch the player who grabs the face mask. Watch his reaction.
Young works through.
Okay, watch him. He knows. Look at that. He is acknowledged, guys. The defender is admitting to you what he just did. You could poll 100 Rams fans and say, was there a missed call? Something that would go against their team. 100 of the 100 Rams fans who have 20/20 vision would say yes. I'm not calling for New York to intervene on ticky-tack holding calls. I don't want them to be involved in sort of a call on the field that could go either way and as a matter of perspective and that kind of thing. Like if New York has to sit there and go, I can see why they called it a holding. I don't know if I would call it a holding, but it's close. Don't get involved. Right? Let's keep the refs having the power at the field on the game in that situation. But when a defender fully acknowledges that he has made a personal foul, your commentators in the booth are acknowledging the call was missed. Terry phones in from New York, the head of officiating, and says, we blew it. Within 30 seconds of the call happening, guys, it's time to fix this, okay? So here is Trey, I forget his last name. Trey something. Sorry, I was going to write it here and I didn't, so I have a big open space. Trey something. He says, well, on that play, the quarterback was facing the opposite direction from me, which is true, so I did not have a good look at it. I did not have a look, and I did not see the face mask being pulled, obviously. Very fair, very valid, all right? The umpire, the guy kind of behind the linebackers, had players between him and the quarterback, so he did not get a good look at it. He was blocked out as well. So that was the thing. We did not see it, so we couldn't call it. We couldn't see it. Great. I'm not mad at you. All right? This happens. Humans are capable of errors. Humans are not all-knowing, all-seeing, all-being. All right? You know who is? The hundreds of cameras that surround with angles that these humans on the field do not have. On the field, we definitely did discuss it because they did bring up a concern. We discussed it as a crew, but we weren't able to see it, so we weren't able to make the call. It's time for a rule change. If the crew gets together and can all talk before the next play occurs, and they can all say, guys, did you see it? No. Did you see it? No. Did you see it? No. All New York would have to do is get in his little earpiece and say, hey, there was an obvious face mask. 100 out of 100 Rams fans would agree. You make this call, you are making the fair, honest, true call. This isn't a ticky-tack, opinionated, could go one way, could go the other way. This is the right call. Make the call. That's it. That's it, guys. Why are we not here as a league, as one of the most prominent leagues in American society? Okay, I don't want to be dramatic, but seriously, all right? Since 2002, the NFL has had rules in place that allows on-field officials to communicate with replay officials in New York regarding certain calls. Dubbed an expedited review, some calls can be changed in a way rather than going through a full-fledged review in the name of avoiding lengthy delays. Why are we limiting it to certain things? Why are we limiting it to catch with 2 feet of bounds? Why are we limiting it to did he cross the goal line? Why are we limiting it to did he get a first down? Right? Last night, we saw Jordan Addison get a first down, and the replay above said, it was marked short. We need to move it. That's actually a first down. Okay? What's the difference between that and a penalty when the penalty is so clear and obvious? I want to talk about this. Not that R word, guys. Come on. Okay? I'm talking about the word rigged. This is my fear. And it's not my fear because I believe it. I do not think the NFL is rigged. There are countless people out there who believe truly that the NFL is a for-profit business that will make decisions potentially at the end of games to influence games, to manipulate games so that they make the most money. I don't buy into that. Could it happen? Sure. If we fail, and I say we again, I know I'm not making decisions for the NFL. If the NFL fails to change some of their rules in the names of fairness, in the names of accuracy, this R word is going to get stronger. People saying that the game is rigged is going to get stronger because we can't just claim ignorance now, right? 20 years ago, this happens. We don't really have an excuse. The refs missed it. Yeah, they missed it. And that's how it goes. That doesn't work in 2024. The refs missed it, but the thousands, millions of people who saw it from their couch, the replay people sitting whose job it is to look at every play, saw it. The announcers in the booth saw it. Rams fans saw it. By golly, the guy who grabbed the face mask admitted it by doing this. We have the technology in place to get the information correct. And I think within the next year and a half, the NFL has to take a hard look at these instances and say, when there is a play, a penalty, an occurrence, a situation, without a shadow of a doubt what actually occurred, and we don't make it on the field, when the call is 1,000% correct, without a shadow of a doubt, like we saw last night, we, New York, people who are not at the game, need to have the ability to interfere, and that's a negative connotation. They need to have the ability to correct or to right the wrongs of the missed calls by the officials. And that's the bottom line. And that's the problem that the NFL has and needs to be fixed. I would like to see the NFL change the rules in a way that says anything that occurs on the field, whether it's reviewable or not, right? Like, let's get rid of that, first of all. If people are sitting and they're able to see what truly and honestly happened, we have the communication abilities. We have the technology. Let's get in the ear of the refs and say, no. Sam Darnold's face mask was grabbed. That's a 15-yard penalty, first down. That's what I got. All right. And I think most of you guys would agree. Whew, I felt good. I felt cathartic. I feel some catharsis getting that out. All right. So take care. As always, the Green Means Go channel is never going to hold back for the name of honesty and integrity. Okay. We'll see you next time.